ready to have get close to his first shutout before tonight?
Yeah, I think so. He's just, the more he plays now, he's just settling in really well. And I thought the guys did a good job. They're very workmanlike, got a good start tonight, and played very disciplined. And I think they wanted to get a shutout, help them get a shutout. So he made a couple of real key saves. I thought, at very important times. I thought, for a goaltender, they didn't have a lot of shots, first half of the game, and you can mind can sort of wander, but I thought he kept real good focus. They had some real push in the third, and he just fought and found pucks.
Looked like Ryan had his jump back tonight. Has that sort of been like a process with him, sort of getting?
I think as you keep going on, when anybody who's out for any length of time, they take a while to get going. But yeah, he was skating really well. They were trying to go hard on the forecheck, and he broke that pretty. I thought really well tonight, and allowed us to get out of our zone.
Looked like Jordan also was kind of a spark plug for you guys. What did you tell him after he was scratched for the Detroit game, and did he play sort of the way that?
Yeah, he played very well. I thought he had a real good detail. He had good jump in his game, and we didn't have much of a conversation. We just said, just play your game, come back, get back in the lineup, and play your game, and that was really all the conversation was. And he when he has impact, when he plays and has a real good jump, and the odd hit, like he had a great hit that was sort of clean and as hard a hit as you're going to see in the game. Those are pretty impactful, and I thought he had a lot of detail in his game and all that. So a real good effort and a bounce back for him.
A lot of shots from your defense tonight. Is that by design or something?
Well, our defense did have a lot of shots. I think we had probably 11 of the first 19 or something like that were from the defense. And they do a job where they have people back and they collapse around the goal, and our forwards got pucks up to the D and they got it back to the net. And we want to have some traffic. Koki is he's a tremendous goaltender, as we know, and probably the first star goaltender and maybe the first star that we had here. We knew how difficult it was going to be. We knew we had to get shots at him and traffic, and the guys used the point, got it back to the point, and guys went to net and trying to create some rebounds and second chances and what have you.
So most times you wouldn't want a situation where Ryan's got the puck behind the net and Shea's pinching down too.
Not a whole lot, no, but they were active on the rush. I mean, the Souters goal, we want our D to join, especially when teams, they send guys down deep in your zone. If you can catch them on a transition, you want to do that. And our D skates so well that you want them to jump up and create that odd man situation.
Ice time seemed like it's not even, but nobody underneath 10 minutes or anything like that. Were you just rolling 4 lines?
Well, they went a little more to the 4 lines, more than they did against the Capitals the other night. So I just sort of stayed with that. I only had a couple of matchups that I wanted, and I stayed pretty close and true to that. And they moved some people around, but for the most part, I felt very comfortable that we could extend that. And then we're in a stretch now that you think from tonight till next Saturday, we have 5 games and 8 nights and travel. And it's going to be pretty taxing. So I was sort of happy to go to 4 lines and not having anybody overextended.
Face-offs a concern?
Tonight they were. In Detroit we were fine. Tonight we were just not real strong in some of the areas, and some of them were just retrievals. I mean, we won the face-off, and they're sitting behind our guy, and they reach back. One of their wingers got there and popped it back to their guy. So. A little bit of a concern, but not overly concerned.
Sergei had an assist tonight. Is he starting to display the consistency you hoped out of him?
Yeah, and then what not only putting some points on the board, but I like the fact that he's very aware defensively, and he's got some really good understanding of what's going to happen from a defensive standpoint when teams are doing things offensively. And to me, he's a very intelligent player, and he's playing really well.
Tonight's game and Monday's game were kind of trap games?
I talked to our players before the game about that, and I talked to them after the game about planning our week a little bit, and it is a trap game. We're playing teams that we don't have a lot of familiarity with, and we're playing teams that if you look at the standings, aren't as high as they, as some of the teams that we've been playing lately. So they are a little bit of trap games, but at the same time, those are games that you want to have, and you can't let people off the hook. And those 2 points are just as important as the 2 points in Detroit or San Jose or any place like that. So we've got to be point collectors right now, and we're at home and make this place a real hard place to come and get points. And if we do that, then we're going to do our job, because I know that when we go on the road, we can play really well on the road. And we've gone through injuries, we've gone through a lot of different things. So hopefully we can get people back and sort of get some order and into the rest of our game.
This team has won 5 of 6. Do you think it's hitting their stride and playing the way they need to?
Well, I think important people on our team are hitting their stride and filling those holes. That's a Suits, that's a Marty Erat, Marcel Gotch, Kostichin. Everybody's sort of hitting their stride, and we're getting good production, and from guys like Jared Smithson and Jordan Tutu, and that's how we're going to be successful. And I just think we're getting healthy, and everybody's a big part of the contribution. And if we do that, then we're back to playing Predator hockey.
Okay, thank you.